Lads and ladies, welcome back. My name is Jack Must Die, and I just watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Okay, this is going to be like an initial thoughts video. I'm not doing a review, I'm not going in depth, it's spoiler free. Don't worry, spoiler free. But I went and saw it today, October the 26th. I don't know how normal that is, though, for movies to show the day before they come out. But I'm not complaining about it. Here we are. Okay, so initial thoughts. It's fantastic. I was so worried, because, it's been in production hell. It's been like 6 years coming. Maybe longer, my account might be off. And it's based on a video game, which does not have a good track record. Let's be honest. They're getting better, though. I will say, you know how the Mario movie, when that came out, it was like, oh yeah, no, it's great for people who are fans of Mario. And, like, it's not like a super in-depth movie. It's kind of like that. Obviously, there's lore. I have yet to, like, pick through it. But it's very much for the fans. Sorry, my hair's like probably a mess. I've had my hat on. It's definitely for the fans. There's so many references and Easter eggs, and you can even say member berries. No, I feel like that's a little different. But it's something I got so excited. I audibly shouted at a couple points, which I'm sure my fellow moviegoers were thrilled about. I'm very happy with this movie. Few things, or I guess first things first, or maybe not first, I don't know. But for those of you who, were hoping, and even after, being explicitly told about it and still hoping, I'm sorry, Markiplier's not in this movie. He's not. You do get a couple other people, though. We see Corey X. Kenshin in the trailer, so you already know about that. I didn't see Dako. Maybe I was just not paying attention, but I was a little disappointed because I feel like if anyone deserves to be in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it's Dako. It is a different continuity, like a different canon. Kind of, how the books are a different canon than the games? It's like that. This is a different canon than the books and the games. But, I think that was the best way they could have done it. If they'd... Obviously, you can't follow the games exactly, because while there's deep lore in the games, the story on the surface is not really there. You couldn't make a whole movie out of that. So I think the direction they went is ideal. Frankly, I don't think enough people like the books for them to go off to that. go with those. So doing good here. Plenty of jump scares, of course. It's FNaF. What do you expect? Obviously, there's gonna be some jump scares. I think I was too excited, though, the whole time to actually be affected by any of them. You should have seen me. I was, like, I had my hands up. Like I said, I was kind of shouting at points. I was shaking when I didn't want to be. There was not a lot of people in the theater. I don't think a lot of, like I said, it's technically supposed to release on the 27th. I don't know why I could go see it on Thursday the 26th, but I have zero complaints. Most of us sat in the back. There was like maybe 10 people total in the theater. Most of us sat in the back. I guess it's just a good place to sit. I always sit in the back with movies. Back corner is preferable because I can sneak out pretty quietly if I need to without interrupting, people watching the movie. That's not relevant. The actors did fantastic. Even the child actors were pretty good. It's hard to... Child actors are hard to, tell with if they're going to be good or not when you cast them. But they did pretty good. Especially the main little girl. Oh boy, what else? They at the credits, they're not like the fun initial credits, but like the big long scrolly credits that no one sits around for. I did, of course I did. I was waiting for something. Speaking of which, watch the credits, the big long scrolly ones. Watch all the way to the end. It's so important that you watch all the way to the end. You'll find out why. But, and this is non-spoilery, the marionette tune played during those scrolly credits. Yeah? Hey? That was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if it means anything, but, as someone familiar with the games, you go, oh, I know what that is. That was me, like, the entire movie. When it comes to, like, stuff that you can point and go, hey, at, In other words, stuff for the fans, which is most of the movie. They do take elements from different games, which was good. If they had stuck purely with the first one, that would have been, its own thing. But it was nice to see, references to the games, and it was fun to be able to pick out different things. And there were things that were unique to the movie as well. You saw in the trailer, the little chair that you get strapped down in, or whomever. And where was I going with it? Oh yeah, and like what looked like a Freddy mask with the whirring gears and the blades. Saw that trailer. No spoilers there. Not a big deal. Obviously unique to the movie. We didn't see that in any of the games. It's probably a reference to how in, especially specific to Sister Location, how the animatronics aren't just hiding bodies, they're designed to kill. Wonderful stuff. We love FNaF here. Oh, it's hot in here. Let me take off my hoodie. Okay. My Nightmare animatronic shirt. Little Freddy's back. Alright, anyway. My favorite part, I think, is that there's clues/hints that there might be a sequel. Which I would love if they did a sequel. I think it would be perfect. And I can see in my head, because you know how sometimes you watch a movie and then they're like, ooh, there's gonna be a sequel. And you're going, how is there gonna be a sequel? The story was fine. In my head, I can see directions they could take it. Like, oh yes, they could absolutely go this direction and do this. It's not like super clear without, spoiling some things. So I won't. But I'm really hoping that there is a sequel. Obviously, I don't know if there's any talks about it in the works or if anything's been confirmed. But I would really like there to be a sequel, and they could absolutely add some elements in there that, from other games, especially if they went, like, say, a Sister Location route, that might be good. There were some things in there when when the characters were first introduced, or an element was first introduced, that I was like, are you sure? But then it made sense later on in the film, which I appreciate. And, there's like little Easter eggs, like I said. Sometimes it's a cameo, sometimes it's maybe a character you weren't expecting. Little hint, I suppose. Someone from a later game, not FNaF 1, a later game, shows up a couple times. I don't know if it would even be a spoiler to say who it was, if that counts. But we're gonna leave it vague for now, just in case. You can't tell me I spoiled it if I don't say anything at all. I think that's about it. Initial thoughts. Like I said, I loved it. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Oh boy, I was worried, especially with it being announced in the same year it was released. And like I said, the production hell it went through, ages and years, and so long of, we're gonna have a FNaF movie, and then we didn't have a FNaF movie. And now we do! And it's so much better than I was expecting. I think I'm gonna try and watch this multiple times. I never do that with movies, but I love the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise so much. And I've been so stoked for this movie for so long. And the next time or couple times, I'll probably take notes, and because this time I watched it to enjoy it. I sat down and I was like, I'm going to love this movie, and I sat down and I watched it to watch a movie. But the next time I go watch it, or the next two or whatever times, stay up, I will probably take notes in the theater and probably look, zero in on little details I might have missed. Because once you watch something first time, it's like, it's like watching a movie. I don't know where I was going with this allegory. Never mind. But conclusion, couldn't have asked for a better movie. Blumhouse, you did good. Scott Cawthon, you did good. Emmy, Tammy. Ooh, I don't know the other producer/director. I don't or whoever. Whoever you are, you did good. You did great. And I look forward to maybe seeing a sequel in the future. Maybe. Hey? Alright, thank you everyone so much for joining me on this brief adventure. I hope you love it. I hope you enjoyed it. And go watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It's worth your time. I'll see you in the next one.